Let me confess bias. I adore watching a dominant ace, one of those pitchers who in the flower of his power and guile imposes his will on a powerful adversary. So I sat to watch the Astros' ace of aces, Gerrit Cole, take on the Yankees, and their fearsome, stuffed to the gills power lineup on Tuesday in Game 3 of the American League Championship Series. For an inning it appeared Cole's day would end early. The Yankees' first baseman, the .327 hitting magician DJ LeMahieu, stroked a 99-mile-per-hour fastball to center. Then Aaron Judge hit a cue shot of a single. Up came Gleyber Torres, the Yankees' 22-year-old man-child. As a kid, Torres had honed his craft hitting darting bottle caps in the twilight streets of Caracas. In New York, he has become a .400 hitting terror this postseason. Cole moved his pitches inside and out, nibbling, trying to entice Torres into an unwise swing. Torres walked to load the bases. The thought occurred that Cole planned it that way. That, he later acknowledged, was so. You put some pressure on him and if he doesn't bite, whatever, Cole said of Torres. You've got to move on. Cole promptly tossed an effortless-looking 100 mph fastball and induced Yankees shortstop Didi Gregorius to ground out and end the inning. None of this should suggest fanboy rapture for the Astros. My ancestral baseball loyalties lie crosstown, in Flushing and the National League. The Yankees and the Astros are dominant American League teams, and I root mostly for a long, sweaty embrace of a series. The teams share offenses of abundance. The Yankees hit 306 home runs and averaged 5.8 runs this year, while the Astros hit 280 homers and averaged 5.6 runs, but their pitching approaches radically diverge into schools new and old. The Yankees favor the current preference for tight pitch counts for starters followed by a march of relievers, one broad-shouldered hard-throwing dude after another. The Yankees feature two of the best in their pen, Zach Britton, the setup man, and Aroldis Chapman, the 103 mph closer and executioner. The Astros offer three Cy Young Award-winning aces, Cole, Justin Verlander and Zach Greinke, all of whom threw more than 200 innings and won between 18 and 21 games this season. Only two Yankees starters exceeded 160 innings this season. The Astros will go as far as that absurd abundance takes them. Which is why the Yankees' failure to capitalize on Cole's first inning struggles loomed as important on Tuesday. As is true of most aces, he is at his worst in the first inning, with a 3.55 earned run average this season. If Cole, however, survives into late innings, the end is nigh. That's old school, right? Astros manager A.J. Hinch said. We like when the starter gets to pitch a little bit. This playoff struggle for the American League pennant was in some ways a typical Yankees affair, which is to say that the crowd was loud and fired up, even as thousands of fans remained stuck outside in interminable security lines, leaving many seats empty for the first pitch. Credit is due the Yankees bleacher bums, however. At game time, the fancy seats were half empty, but the bleachers were overflowing. This being New York, rumors of celebrity sightings snaked through the crowd. Would the Trump consigliere Rudy Giuliani take his usual seat behind the plate? Or would the prospect of overeager congressional subpoena process servers prompt his winner to take refuge in the fastness of his condo? I digress. The Yankees starter, Luis Severino, 25, is splendidly talented, but he looked like a starter on a hot tin roof through the first innings. On his third pitch, Severino had the misfortune to throw to the 5'6" Jose Altuve. Altuve unleashed his might, caveman swing, and the ball landed in the Astros bullpen. In batting practice, Altuve had been a relaxed cat, cracking jokes, standing in the blue autumnal shadows, wagging his bat and lining shots to all fields. After the game, Altuve answered questions in a white t-shirt and bomber jacket. Tell us, a reporter asked, about your approach before your home run. Altuve shook his head. No particular approach. I don't like to waste much time at the plate, he said. Severino threw 56 pitches in the first 2 innings. To his credit, he discovered a zen place and pulled back from death's precipice, throwing near 5 credible innings. Yankees manager Aaron Boone acknowledged growing twitchy. "Did you think of yanking him?" Boone nodded. "Yeah, 36 pitches there in the first inning," he said. "He's a hitter away." It's a measure of the Yankees' determination that they survived a crippling, season-long run of injuries. Severino was among the wounded, pitching only 12 innings in the regular season. But in this game, their regulars faltered. Catcher Gary Sanchez has looked befuddled, a powerful wizard swinging a weak wand of a bat. Brett Gardner is a fine outfielder, but his feather arm calls to mind the 1970s Yankees stalwart Mickey Rivers, who could run the ball in faster than he could throw it in. As it happens, in this game a fly ball went to Gardner, who did not attempt to throw out a runner at the plate. By the end of the 7th inning, the Astros led by 4 runs and Yankees fans, rarely forgiving of trespasses, offered a boo shower for their team. There's no reason to think this band will not rebound. This night they simply could not squeeze past Cole. I mentioned that Cole is weakest in the first inning. He dominates the 7th, posting an ERA of 1.12 this season. And when he throws more than 100 pitches, his ERA falls to 0.59. On Tuesday, in the 7th inning, he threw 8 pitches and laid down the top of the Yankee order. Torres hit an 8th-inning home run off an Astros reliever, but that was that for the Yankees. They lost, 4-1, and now trail in the series by 2-1. A long series seems to remain in the offing. If there is reason to worry, it was to be found in this sentence from Cole about his 7 shutout innings. "Next time out," he said, "I'm pretty confident I'll be better."